Alright, I've got a silly little commander that I want to talk about. Because why run all these super consistent S-tier commanders when you can gamble and hope your goofy little deck pops off and pisses off everyone at the table? It's Magic's favorite little goober, Fblthp, specifically the one from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I absolutely love this guy, and this deck idea is basically a one-track deck with only one goal in mind. And if it works really well. And if it doesn't, I guess you should have shuffled better. First, let's start with the key pieces. At first glance, his ability to let us plot stuff from the top of our deck doesn't seem all that great. Plot's not the strongest mechanic, mainly because you're locked to sorcery speed for every spell that you plot. In this case, you're also limited to what's on top of your deck. If it's a land card, you're just kind of stuck with it, and unless you can get rid of it, you can't plot anything for the rest of that turn. He also doesn't give a reduction to the cost of plotting, so you're still having to pay full mana cost for the spells that you cast. But that's only if there is a cost to pay, which leads us to the main bulk of the deck. So step number 1, you're going to want to grab as many zero cost spells as possible. Those zero cost creatures, random equipment, X cost colorless creatures or artifacts, and whatever else you can find. Step 2, you're going to want some gas. You're going to need some cheap mana rocks and those one cost draw card spells. These draw spells are handy for drawing into your combo pieces or getting rid of a land that's on top of your deck so that you can keep plotting those zero cost spells. Step number 3 is your combo pieces. By far the most important card in this deck is Mana Severance. Ideally, you're already running minimal lands, maybe around 30 or less, but Mana Severance lets you get rid of all those lands, and once the lands are gone, there's no more top deck whiffing due to lands. Make sure to run some tutors, like Mystical Tutor or Spellseeker, to get this card as quickly as possible. So now you may be wondering, what do I do with all these zero cost cards, mana rocks, or draw cards that I've plotted? Well, you just kind of cast them all at once. You just slap them all on the table. Those cards alone won't really gain you any value, but you can pair them with some Storm cards, Aetherflux Reservoir, or you can empty out your deck, draw Blab Maniac, draw a card, and you just win. So that's the core of the deck. Plot out everything, storm off, or deck yourself and confuse everyone at the table as to how they just lost to this little guy. Pretty simple. So let's get into some optional tech. These cards aren't really necessary, but they can help out a bit and provide a little bit of razzle-dazzle, or offer some alternate win conditions. So High Tides and cards like Cloud of Fairies are great to plot out early, and then on the turn you're comboing, you get some extra mana to make sure you can cast what you need to. Archway of Innovation also helps you cast Aetherflux or Mind's Desire, since you're running a ton of zero-cost artifacts. Of course, you can always use Icecrown Scepter and Dramatic Reversal with a few mana rocks on board, and it's a super easy way to get infinite mana, plot out your deck, and do whatever you want. You've also got cards like Codex Shredder to let you mill off those lands early game until you can use Mana Severance, or on your combo turn to get rid of stuff you don't need and can plot for free from the top of your deck. Maybe even slap in Elusive Spellfist. If for some reason you can't take out the entire table and there's one person left over, you can just swing at them with a big ol' unblockable creature. Well, that's all I've got for this video, so thanks so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If I missed any fun combos or weird interactions, or if you have any ideas or requests for future videos, drop those down in the comments below.
See you later, stinky.